Well, around here in North Carolina, kudzu is an invasive ivy-like
everywhere.
plant. Yeah, and that's kind of the smell I'm picking up on it.
I can't say that I've ever smelled kudzu.
It's like,
hello, welcome back to Bourbon Theory. I'm Bill.
and I'm Josh.
And today we're going to do a review on a recent pickup out of Virginia. And it's a Virginia bourbon. It's called Ragged Branch.
Out of Charlottesville?
Charlottesville, Virginia. Distilled, aged, and bottled by Ragged Mountain Farm, LLC, Charlottesville, Virginia.
And man, do we love to see small distilleries having their own distillate.
Yes.
That is something we
love to taste it.
Yeah. Now, I have not seen this bottle in particular around us, but I have seen their double barreled, which I would assume to mean double oaked around us.
Well, it would have to be double oaked, right?
Yeah. So it was about twice. This bottle was $6.30 something. $32,
including tax.
And I think
which is only 5.3% of Virginia. Good job, Virginia.
Absolutely. Liquor laws.
It's because it's 9.75% in Tennessee.
It's crazy.
Can you tell I pay attention?
Ooh, that's really different.
It is. What's the difference?
Huh.
Molasses?
Yeah, that's a really thick
Yes.
sweetness that's sitting there.
Speaking of which,
It is.
look at that hold.
Yeah.
And then when it comes down,
I'm going to pull this up to the camera.
it's
in
rivulets.
It's in long, thick strands. Excuse me while I focus the camera for everyone here. Oh, it autofocused perfectly. You guys can see those
Give it a little swirl, Josh, so that they can see as it starts to come down. But that is, you don't see that much.
Yeah, that's super thick. As the kids these days would say, that's thick. With two C's.
She thick.
She thick.
I'm not a kid today, by the way.
We act like children sometimes.
I could be a kid today. You never know. I could live to be 120.
Man, there was like I don't know if I'd call it floral.
There's something behind that molasses, though. There's something in there.
A little funky.
It's probably not kasha, though.
No, which we don't have that video. That's
Thank
sitting over
goodness.
there. We got to redo that.
No, we're not.
Hey, it's bottled and bond.
We're not doing it. You can do it. I'm not doing it.
I'll do a solo video, and you can
not going to do it.
You can sit on camera.
I'll heckle you.
I mean, there is something that's really hard to place. I don't normally do this, but before I even taste,
I can't place it either. It's fruity,
but there's a funky, earthy like plant.
But it's like a fruity plant. Is it honeysuckle? That's what comes into my mind.
This is an aroma I have not got from anything we've reviewed on the channel, and I think anything that I've tried previously. It does open it a touch, but it's just something I might not be familiar with.
So I don't know if we said the proof on this.
I think it's 90.
So it's not a high proofer. It actually
90 proof.
It actually has an aroma of a little bit higher proofer.
Mm-hmm. Closer to 100, maybe 98-ish. Man, that is... we rarely have something that we don't eventually get to, but I just have no clue whatsoever.
It's a floral, but it's not like a...
The closest thing I can get to is like an ivy.
That's where the honeysuckle is coming in there for me. And I don't know. I don't know if you've ever smelled honeysuckle before.
Yeah, I mean I'm seeing where you're coming from. This just has a little more of a...
But it's not as sweet as honeysuckle is.
Mm-hmm. So around here in North Carolina, kudzu is an invasive ivy-like plant.
Everywhere.
Yeah, and that's kind of the smell I'm
I don't
picking
know that
up on it.
I can't say that I've ever smelled kudzu.
It's a very pungent. If you get up to it and get close to it, it's pungent because you grew up in Kentucky.
Yeah, it wasn't a.
Yeah, and I grew up here.
Right.
So I was out playing as a little kid with this kind of thing, and that's kind of the aroma I'm getting. And it's a thick, like, you know, an ivy vine growing up an old house kind of thing.
And thick leaves, wide leaves.
And that's kind of the aroma I'm getting, but it's underneath that. I wouldn't say it's under, maybe it's even sitting on top of that thick molasses-like sweetness, but that honeysuckle that you're getting, I'm certainly getting too.
It's very interesting.
Yeah,
very interesting.
Certainly nothing I've smelled before. I want to just get a little info on the back of this bottle here for the people.
Both of you.
So this is signed by Alex Toomey, which I would assume
Alex Trek.
I would assume is maybe their master distiller. Okay. So Ragged Branch, born on a farm, raised in a glass. Don't cut corners. What's good and right is never sacrificed for what's easy.
You know what? To the point that they distill and bottle their own.
Exactly.
They're not
contracting.
No, they're not sourcing.
This is their 29th batch of this that they've released. I mean, I'm getting that kudzu-y ivy like.
I'm going to have to go sniff kudzu now.
It's a very interesting smell. As a kid,
there's enough of it around. It's not a problem to find. So.
I remember as a kid, you and Mom telling me that, like, this thing, like, don't pick it.
No, don't bring it home.
Don't bring it home. Yeah, like, don't mess with it. Like, if it's around, no big deal. But I remember being a kid and I fell back into a little bushed area that had kudzu all over it, and that's bringing that memory back to me with that smell.
Then that's probably what it is. It's amazing what resides in the memory banks.
Oh yeah, olfactory senses that,
Let's see what it is.
Kick back to memory. It's incredible, that kind of thing that can happen.
It's definitely not sweat socks.
We apologize for that. It's on the palate too.
Did you taste it when you fell into it?
No, but the same smell I'm getting is the flavor.
There is something on the palate.
Yeah. This is very interesting. I don't know how much I like that flavor.
I can't say that I like the flavor.
Yeah.
I agree with you that the nose does transfer to the palate.
Mm-hmm.
I don't like it. I don't like that flavor.
Yeah. It's extremely pungent.
Yes.
Both on the nose and on the palate.
Yes.
It's not the most pleasant thing I've ever had. I can see how some people might enjoy, just like the Overholt Magahila mash we just reviewed. It's not up our alley. It's a little more plant-based, and that,
which all bourbons are kind of plant-based, so.
Technically. But this one, it's like when I think like a plant-based something, I'm thinking of like a thick root, a thick stem, something that really exudes an earthy.
Yeah, this is not grainy. This is not.
Yeah.
This is not that.
I'm going to put one more drop in mine and just see.
I'm going to try it too. Me too.
Just see what happens here.
It does meld a little bit after a bit on your tongue, on the palate.
It's just something that's so different.
It's not malt. It's not malted
barley.
No, it's not that. Because it doesn't get to that part of the tongue.
Yeah, there's not much of a finish to it. It's sitting almost exclusively in the mid palate.
Yes, mid to back. That aroma comes through more on the nose with that extra water kind of mutes out that molasses.
There is some rye spice to it.
There is.
I like that. But there is something about that planty flavor that I just really don't like.
Is it kasha?
No, that's much lighter than this. This is a heavy,
this is
heavy flavor to
I
it.
don't know what. Yeah, I can't say that I like it. I can't.
Yeah.
I mean, there are parts of it that I like,
Mm-hmm.
and there are parts of it that I
there
don't.
are redeemable qualities about
Yes.
it, but there are some things that for us
I can't
just
get past
that initial flavor,
I can't.
and the kudzu is the only thing I can think of.
Now I have seriously got to go smell kudzu.
I want to get this last little bit and just see. It does stick with you for a little.
It does. It's got a finish on it. I just can't say that it's a good finish. But like the trooper that I am,
it's just not for us.
Mm-mm.
It's just not for us.
It's a D-.
Yeah, D- for me as well. It's definitely not pour it down the drain quality.
No.
It's just
I think it's got good age to it. I think that comes through.
I put this about 6 years old.
Yeah, it's got some qualities to it.
Mm-hmm. There is an underlying sweetness that comes through with that rye spice.
It's just being overpowered by whatever that other grain is.
And when they say it's the Ragged Mountain Farm, I'm thinking maybe they're growing their own grain.
And it's possible. And if I were them, I would.
Yeah. And there might be something in the soil that's being pulled up into those grains that's doing that. Some sort of mineral that's adding a little bit of funkiness to it.
Be. Beautiful country.
Yeah. I mean, it's not a bad bourbon. And it's odd for us to say it's not bad when we give it a D-. It's just not for us.
No.
I can certainly see other people loving this bottle.
No. Understand, we both recently rated Weller 12 as a C-.
Yeah.
So, okay.
C-, and it was good.
It's just not.
Yeah. A C for us is
a solid middle of the road.
Yeah.
Bourbon.
Like nothing crazy. Don't pay secondary prices for Weller 12.
No.
But if you found it in MSRP, that's something that I would buy.
Sure. And I got a couple of bottles sitting back here. They're old bottles.
Yeah. But and then this, I don't think I'd buy another.
And it's not expensive. It's not, if you want to try it.
Oh, yeah. It's $30. Like if you want to try something, it was 32, I think you said, with tax.
Yeah, with tax and everything.
Yeah. $32. So if you're looking to try something new that's outside of your normal palate character that you normally
and try something from a different area.
Yeah. I would definitely give it a try because it's not going to kill you. $32 isn't the end of the world.
I would think that in a mixed drink, this might really shine.
Oh, you know what? My fiance Megan loves floral flavors.
True.
This with like a rose syrup in a like lemon or orange lime
rose syrup
flavor, I think she would really enjoy that.
You can take this one home.
Okay, I'll do that. I'll make her some cocktails out of this one so I can see her enjoying that one.
Yeah.
So, yeah. Well, Ragged Branch, we don't hate you. I want to make that clear.
No, we don't hate anyone.
We don't hate anyone.
Well, no.
We'll keep
it's election season.
We'll keep those opinions to ourselves. But there's a market for it.
Yes.
There's absolutely a market for it. We're just not a part of that market.
Right.
So if you enjoy the richer floral flavors, then this is something I would recommend that you pick up. If you're more of a standard, I love my Elijah Craig's. I love my Buffalo Trace.
Right.
I'd steer clear of this one.
Right.
So,
but it definitely has its qualities.
Yeah. Certainly, I've never tasted anything like it before.
No. And the nose was very interesting. Very interesting.
Yeah.
So, okay.
Well, guys, thanks for being with us. If you've tried Rag and Branch before, hey, if you've tried their double oaked version, is that really good? Should we be looking for that? Should that be something that's on our list to pick up? Yeah, let us know. We'd be very interested to hear from you.
Absolutely. Again, thanks for being with us.
Thank you. You want to hit your outro?
No.
No? Well, guys, thanks for being here. We'll stay uncut and unfiltered for you, and take care of yourselves.